the 300 mark. The India bloc, though, maintaining a steady gap. The first results are in. The CPM has won the Alathur seat in Kerala. The Gandhis, meanwhile, are holding a meeting in the national capital. The health warning, though, at this point is that it is only still noon.
India bloc defies the poll predictions, as we just mentioned. The return of the regional parties lead show a rise for them, especially in the state of Uttar Pradesh, where the Samajwadi Party seems to be taking the fight on to the BJP, the TMC holding its own, as well as the DMK.
Well, the big story emerging this election is, of course, Uttar Pradesh. As far as the Samajwadi Party is concerned, at the moment, it is a resurgence with a stunner. As far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned, Akhilesh Yadav currently the third largest party.
Well, it's the TDP that's the big winner in Andhra Pradesh, both assembly as well as the parliamentary elections. A huge sweep for the TDP, BJP, JSP alliance there in Andhra Pradesh. Will Chandrababu Naidu return as the kingmaker that he was 25 years ago in 1999?
And well, Mamata Banerjee is dominating as far as the Bengal results are concerned. If the numbers at 12 noon are to be believed, it's a TMC sweep in West Bengal.
The markets slide over 5% on the back of the trends so far. Experts say Dalal Street faces selling pressure as NDA is underperforming. Well, we were talking about Maharashtra before we slipped into the break. We went across to our reporter Radhika there in Mumbai, who was saying that Piyush Goyal is the only one who seems to be having a lead there in Mumbai. The real story of Maharashtra and the numbers that are on your screen, the INC leading in about 11, the BJP leading only in about 11. Those are the INDIA, NDA numbers, Rishika, but
yes,
the split of it from the Election Commission website and our website, that you see there. BJP leading in 11, down 12. Congress leading in 11, up 10.
Yes.
Shiv Sena, Uddhav Bhai Thackeray, 10 plus 5. What's the real message, Amitabh Tiwari, here in Maharashtra? One is that the original Sena and the original NCP seems to be holding out, but the Congress is also doing very well.
Yeah, I mean, it was believed that the BJP is likely to hold on to its share, and the allies, which is NCP, Ajit Pawar and Shinde Sena, are likely to suffer losses. However, as per initial trends and these numbers which we are showing, it is the BJP also which is losing up to 50% of its seats. So it seems as of now that the rural districts and agri districts in parts of Vidarbha and Marathwada, the Maratha community anger is reflecting in these results clearly, because last time both Marathas and OBCs has voted significantly in favor of the NDA alliance. And as you said, the numbers show that in the battle of legacy, the Marathi Manus and the traditional supporters are backing Thackeray and Sharad Pawar.
Would it be fair, maybe across to Sanjay Kumar as well, to say that the BJP, the Congress has been able to take on the BJP, and the original, the Sharad Pawar Sena has been able to reiterate, Sharad Pawar NCP has been able to reiterate its position, and the Uddhav Bhai Thackeray Sena has been able to reiterate its hold?
Generally, yes, but I think, let me give you a bigger picture. What accounts for BJP's losses in many states, which will also include Maharashtra. I think the sense that when there are so many defections from other parties and people coming and joining BJP, so the image nationally of BJP has gone down. In a sense, there is a image that BJP is no more the same kind of a party. And that has happened a lot in Maharashtra. So that has also, I think, dented not only the electoral prospects of the BJP partners, but also the BJP, which we can see right now in the leads. We will get to know finally by the evening how many seats BJP won. But I think there is a clear indication that BJP is heading for losses in Maharashtra.
All right. Well, just speaking of what you said about the fact that there was palpable anger or, agrarian distress, rural distress that was discounted. What our own data shows as far as the strike rate of the BJP or the NDA rather in rural India is concerned, it's a over 12% fall. And if you look at the comparison of the India bloc, or if you look at the comparison of those parties coming together, it was in India at that point in time, from 19% in 2019, it has now risen to 40%. And
it's
this
a
is just
point that you're making
this
there,
is just
Rishika.
data that we have in our own internal systems as of about half an hour ago, the last I checked. So this is, I think, something which is very, very interesting. But I'm told we have to shift our focus to the all-important state of Uttar Pradesh. As we always say, Uttar Pradesh is the most important, and that's been the biggest stunner as far as this election is concerned. Tanishq is joining us with the very latest. So Tanishq, we caught you smiling, but where are you? It's very hot. You were saying it's finally raining on the last day of this hot election. But I see that the sun is out once again.
It seems like, Rishika, it seems like both the weather and the results are giving a surprise. But again, too early to say anything. There's still many rounds left for counting. But I'm right now outside the Samajwadi Party office. The workers have already started, gathering here slowly. There were, of course, some sweets being distributed. There you could see they are now the sweet boxes are now littering on the ground. But yes, there were, of course, sweets being distributed, and the party workers are slowly gathering here. Akhilesh Yadav's house is just around 200 meters away from here. But yes. India bloc currently, leading on around 40 seats here in Uttar Pradesh. But I would like to talk about Congress here. Congress is currently leading on about 8 to 9 seats, on which, of course, you can hear the slogans of the Samajwadi Party. But yes, talking about Congress is leading on around 8 to 9 seats, out of which around 4 seats, Saharanpur, Amethi, Rae Bareli, all these 3 to 4 seats are being led with a strong margin, more than 40,000, 30,000, 40,000 margin. Especially Saharanpur also. Rae Bareli, of course, it is Rahul Gandhi. In Amethi, it is KL Sharma. All these seats, and one more seat, of course, Barabanki, where PL Punya's son Tanuj Punya is contesting elections. So, of course, there is a very high possibility that Congress could increase its tally this time in Uttar Pradesh, whereas in 2019 it was able to get only 1 Lok Sabha seat. There is a hope for Congress in Uttar Pradesh that it could increase its tally here in UP, with, of course, in alliance with the Samajwadi Party. But yes, if these trends, transfer into results, it could be the UP could be the story of the day, because no one would have actually predicted that the India bloc could get these many seats here in Uttar Pradesh. The exit polls predicted around 68 seats for the Samajwadi Party. Yes.
Okay, you make that point. You're smartly dressed at the moment in blue. You may have to change to red. Now that you're at the Samajwadi Party, you've got the red mic with you. We could see all the action going out. But important point that you made there about Amethi and Rae Bareli. Neerja also joins us in the studio here. Very quickly, Neerja, when we see that number on the screen, I'll have to go across to Lavanya Balal and Tuhin Sinha as well. But when you see that number on the screen, quickly, 241 for the BJP, down 62. It's early trends still. I mean, we'll wait for them to firm up in terms of final number. But is UP making the difference potentially at the end of the day between a 272 or not?
Absolutely. UP has overturned this election. And nobody, not even the Samajwadi Party senior leaders, expected this kind of a tally. And I think the experiment that they did of widening the social base from beyond MY Muslim Yadav to bringing in smaller OBCs, which has worked because they gave them many tickets. And remember that Dalits for the first time are believed to have voted for the Samajwadi Party. They gave Dalit tickets, and I think this 400 par has turned out to be counterproductive because it fueled the fear in the Dalits that Arakshan might go, the reservation may be taken away from them. So they have obviously in Maharashtra also, it's become a combination of Maratha, Muslim and Mahar, the Dalit. That is an old winning combination of the Congress party. And I think also here, also in Bihar, I think Tejasvi has done well with a similar kind of realignment of forces.
Ultimately, Rishika, it does look like a victory of the INDIA alliance and its cohesion at the grassroots. The
cohesion and social base of that they are now
crafting. Look at the numbers of the Samajwadi Party at the moment, Veera. It's 36.
That's right.
They're leading at 36. They're the third largest party.
Last hour we were just discussing. Is this cohesion between two parties, or is it cohesion between the two leaders?
No, I think it's more than that.
Or is it a vote against the BJP? I think that's an important question that we need to look at.
No, these questions have been was being discussed, that when the two parties form an alliance, how much transfer of vote will take place. And I think I have said it a couple of times that this is an election which people are fighting. So there's no question of vote not getting transferred. In other elections, we see degree of transfer, 88, 70%.
But the fact that this election was fought on Ram and Ration.
It was not fought.
Neither has Ram worked nor has Ration.
I'm sorry, Rishika.
As far as UP is concerned.
No, not at all. BJP tried to fight this election on Ram, but it didn't turn into an election on Ram Mandir.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So you're saying that, let's go across to the KC Tyagi of the JDU joins us as well. As I mentioned earlier, Lavanya Balal Jain of the Congress as well as Tuhin Sinha of the BJP. But Mr. Tyagi, Bihar, JDU seems to be holding out.
Yes.
मैं अपनी दोस्त निर्जा चौधरी के स्टेटमेंट को करेक्ट करना चाहता हूं। बिहार में तेजस्वी यादव का कोई करिश्मा नहीं है। सिर्फ 5 सीटों पे अभी तक द मोमेंट वी आर टॉकिंग टू यू उनकी लीड है, और 35 सीटों पर एनडीए गठबंधन लीड कर रहा है, जिसमें नीतीश कुमार जिसको आप रिजेक्ट कर चुके थे, जिसको आप आउट कर चुके थे, जिसको निर्जा जी भी कह चुकी थी रिटर्न ऑफ है, वो 16 में से 15 सीटों पर लीड कर रहे हैं। और ये व्यक्ति नहीं है, ये विचार है जो कर्पूरी ठाकुर तक मेरी दोस्त निर्जा जानती हैं, जिन्होंने महिलाओं के एम्पावरमेंट के लिए वहाँ की पुलिस में 35% महिलाएं हैं, जो देश में कहीं भी नहीं है। कोई लड़की नहीं है जो पढ़ना चाहते जिस पे साइकिल नहीं है। और जो मुंगेरी लाल कमीशन था 1978 में, जो कर्पूरी ठाकुर ने इम्प्लीमेंट किया था कि पिछड़ों में जो अति पिछड़े हैं उनका एम्पावरमेंट होना चाहिए। जातिगत जनगणना जो हुई है उसमें 36% आबादी, जिसको दिल्ली में बैठे लोग जातिवादी संस्करण बताते हैं, उनकी संख्या आई है। तो नीतीश कुमार पॉलिटिकली विंडिकेट हुआ है। उसको लेकर के मीडिया में, पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स में किस तरह की विस्परिंग और किस तरह की गंदगी, मैं आप लोगों से पूछना चाहता हूं, कौन ऐसी पार्टी है जिसने अलाई नहीं बदले? नेम वन। नीतीश कुमार बदले पलटू राम, अब बड़ी बड़ी पार्टियां बदलें तो आदर्शवादी। तो ये जो आपके ये जो थे आपके ऑब्जर्वेशन सब गलत साबित हुए। आज जेडीयू एनडीए गठबंधन की नंबर 2 की पार्टी है जो 15 सीटों पर लीड कर रही है, और कोई हमारे स्टैंड में चेंज नहीं है। पूरे चुनाव में नीतीश कुमार जी कहते रहे कि हम एनडीए में हैं और एनडीए में रहेंगे।
यही मेरा अगला सवाल होने वाला था।
लिहाजा तो जो आप
ये मेरा अगला सवाल होने वाला था, अब आपने आंसर कर दिया। लीजा जी आपसे एक और सवाल पूछना चाहती हूं।
मैं केसी त्यागी जी से 2 सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ। मैं पूछ लूँ क्या? मैं अभी सोच रही थी त्यागी जी कि मान लीजिए अगर नीतीश कुमार इंडिया की साइड में होते तो क्या बिहार का आज परिणाम जिस तरह से हम देख रहे हैं क्या बहुत अलग होता, और क्या इंडिया सरकार बनाने की स्थिति में हो सकती थी? सवाल नंबर 1। दूसरा सवाल है, ये बहुत रूमर था कि नीतीश कुमार जी प्रधानमंत्री से मिले, और क्या वो दिल्ली लाए जाएंगे कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर बना के, और कोई और भाजपा का चीफ मिनिस्टर रहेगा बिहार में?
निर्जा जी आपने अच्छा किया ये सवाल छेड़ दिया। नीतीश कुमार जी इंडिया गठबंधन के पायनियर हैं और फाउंडर हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी अनटचेबल पार्टी थी आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए, अखिलेश यादव के लिए, बीआरएस के लिए, ममता बनर्जी के लिए। नीतीश कुमार के मैराथन एफर्ट्स के बाद ही पटना में राहुल गांधी जी के बराबर में केजरीवाल बैठे, दूसरी तरफ ममता दीदी बैठी और बाजू में अखिलेश यादव बैठे। ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ नीतीश कुमार की मेहनत का नतीजा था। 6 महीने तक कोई मीटिंग नहीं होती है और वो सब लोगों को थका करके अपना नेतृत्व थोपना चाहते थे। अशोका होटल की बैठक में, नीरजा जी हमसे सुनिए आप जरा, अशोका होटल की बैठक में राहुल गांधी कहते नीतीश जी आपके नाम पर ममता दीदी तैयार नहीं है, इनके नाम पर कौन तैयार है? तो जिस तरह से ये लीडरशिप को रिडिकूल करते हैं तो हम कोई कम अपमानित नहीं हुए। अच्छा, कन्वीनर क्या होता है हम 50 साल से देख रहे हैं, वो टेलीफोन करके मीटिंग बुलाता है। प्रधानमंत्री के लिए मुंबई में तय हो गया था कि प्रधानमंत्री का कोई चेहरा नहीं होगा, लिहाजा नीतीश कुमार के प्रधानमंत्री बनने का सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होते। और जिस दिन तक नीतीश कुमार इंडी गठबंधन में थे 400 सीटों पे 1 अगेंस्ट 1 का फॉर्मूला तय हो गया था, उनके हटते ही ताश के पत्तों की तरह से बिखर गया। एक दूसरा, कल प्रधानमंत्री से वो मिले हैं, दिल्ली में आए थे, वो अपनी आँख का कई बार चेकअप कराने के लिए, वो दिल्ली में आँख का ऑपरेशन कराने या दिखाने आते हैं, दिल्ली को आँख दिखाने नहीं आते जिसको करेक्ट किया जाए।
आपने बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बातें बोली है, लेकिन
जनता के
I want to just introduce Lavanya Balal of the Congress with us, Akshay Marathe of the Aam Aadmi Party, and Tuhin Sinha of the BJP. We also have Deven Choksi with us to get us a sense of what's happening in the market. So, you know, we're going to come right back to you in a
Quickly,
moment.
one question, Rishika, if you can put that across to Mr. Tyagi. Mr. Tyagi, very quickly, would Nitish Kumar have had, given the kind of results that's come, and I'm rephrasing Nirja's question, would Nitish Kumar have had a better chance or a far more powerful position had he been with the India alliance?
No, we are very comfortable in NDA. There is no question of our going back. We have seen the kind of politics Congress party leaders
So
did.
you say now-
What kind of speeches were made by Jairam Ram Ramesh.
Okay. So you say now, and we'll take it at that. Savita Srinivas.
I mean, I want to just add to what K.C. Tyagi ji said. See, both Deve Gowda and Nitish Kumar wanted to be part of the India alliance.
Yes.
Nirja ji even wrote a big piece at that time when the negotiations were happening. Both of them were insulted. If they were on the other side, I think India would have formed the government this time.
So
Yes.
let's take that
Well, whose
across
loss
to...
is it more? I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
right.
the
That's the
important
important question
Whose
that you're
loss
making.
is
Let's
it
take that to Lavanya Balal. Lavanya, losing JDU here in Bihar, was that, you know, did the Congress push Nitish Kumar away because he wanted to be the convener of the INDIA alliance, and he was one of the first few people to really bolster that INDIA meeting which we saw in
Yes.
Bengaluru. So,
Pune.
in hindsight, how do you see this?
With Nitish Kumar, I think we would have had a better number right now. I mean, at this point of time, it is halfway through the counting. We would have had better numbers at this point of time, but I wouldn't like to jump the gun because there are more than 100 seats where the lead of the BJP is about 10,000 or less than 10,000, which can swing either way for both India Alliance or the NDA. So I would not want to comment about, is it a loss for India Alliance? I wouldn't say that, but would it have helped India Alliance better if those numbers were with us? Yes, definitely, of course. It would have strengthened India Alliance further if we had Nitish Kumar with us. But I do see a lot of BJP senior leaders commenting about Nitish Kumar may or may not be with NDA. I do not know what is their source of this information, but I see that on Twitter they are discussing. It is the BJP leaders who are discussing that Nitish Kumar may not stay back with the NDA.
All right, we have Akshay Marathe also joining us. Akshay, so far it does appear to be pretty comfortable for the BJP leading in all 7 seats across Delhi. At least that's what the Election Commission is telling us. How are you looking at the numbers so far?
First of all, I want to start off by saying that the BJP getting reduced to less than the 272 mark is a major victory against dictatorship in this country. Arvind Kejriwal ji campaigned hard across the country. He was out on bail, remember, only 21 days for campaigning. And he went across the country, and his one single message was, if the BJP is allowed to come back to power with the numbers that they wanted, 400 par, that would be the death of democracy. And I'm so happy today that Indians have voted in large numbers against the BJP's arrogance and hubris. And this is not to suggest that India Alliance has won and we have crossed the 272 mark, but you remember the fact that the NDA allies also know that the BJP is very dangerous for them. If you look at the BJP's own track record when it comes to their relationship with allies, whether it's Akali Dal, whether it's Shiv Sena, NCP, there is a very good chance that now that the winds are blowing in the other direction, the allies will feel emboldened to actually switch sides and form an India Alliance government. And I think the movement in that direction might already be happening in the background. But let's wait and watch. I'm not trying to jump the gun.
But
we are hopeful that the India
this alliance of convenience is also, Veera, if you just look at the numbers in Punjab, the Congress leading in 7, Aam Aadmi Party in 3. There was no alliance between the two in Punjab, but there was an alliance in Haryana and in Delhi. So it's also played up in a convenient way. Nitish Kumar dropped, Mamata Banerjee didn't work out. Had the India alliance perhaps made a more concerted effort to keep it flocked together, this verdict would have been very different.
No, but Mamata has held her own in West Bengal. Nitish has held his own. Yes, you're right. They had more allies. Their numbers could be more. But Tuhin, at the moment when you see these numbers, what's the big worry? Is it the NDA number at 293 or is it the BJP number at 238, down 65? What's the big worry for the BJP at the moment?
Still about 2-3 hours to go before the final numbers emerge. Definitely these numbers are not in sync with what the exit polls had projected just 3 days ago. So I think, the exit polls also probably got it wrong. It is not in sync with our Sankalp or 400 seats. But having said that, I don't see any problem in the BJP forming a very comfortable majority. In fact, by the time the counting is completed, BJP will be in the vicinity of 272 seats. So I don't think there is any issue at all. But yes, I mean, UP is a surprise. We continue to sweep Madhya Pradesh. We continue to sweep Gujarat. The results in Bihar seem to be phenomenal. In fact, we are breaking new geographical ground in Odisha, where we seem to be getting 17 seats. So I don't, in sports, there is a term called the law of averages. The law of averages sometimes catch up with you, but I don't see it having any impact on the future government, which will be a BJP government. The
only state that seems to be bringing smiles for the BJP is Odisha. The rest of it seems to have been big trouble, whether it's Maharashtra or Uttar Pradesh, even Rajasthan, all seems to be big trouble for the BJP. Lavanya, in your own home state of Karnataka, the Congress seems to be holding up to 10, 11 seats at the moment.
Yeah. We always said we will get double digits. 2019 we were reduced to 1 seat in Karnataka, which was really surprising and really hurtful for us. But this time we are reaching double digits, and that's what we were hoping for. We were looking around 14 seats was our expectation. So if we reach around 12 also, it's a great improvement for us. But at 20 would have been great. Of course, it is our desire to be at 20, but we are not reaching 20. I don't think so. But I would like to reiterate, India bloc still has a great chance because overall in more than 100 seats, the BJP is leading with less than 10,000 votes, and that can swing any way for India Alliance. So I would not want to jump the gun. I would still like to wait till about 4 or 5 p.m. in the evening.
None of us want to jump the gun. We will wait till the end because this seems to be an election that's going to go down the wire, and we're going to be busy, Rishika, till late in the evening. I believe we can go across to Mr. Nagendra Mohan Krishna of the BJP at the moment. Sir, the trends at the moment, the way you see it on television screens, what's your big worry or what's your sense?
Veer Raghav, there is no sense of worry or anything. We are confident that we are forming the government for the third term. That you are missing, and everybody is talking about BJP's downfall from 272 to 238, 240. just as you rightly said seconds before.
All right, so
that you may have
we're
to
going to
wait
have to
till
interrupt
evening.
you. We have Anurag Thakur who's speaking. Let's just listen and we'll come right back to you.
अब में काफ़ी गैप है और कुल मिला के जो हमारा एनडीए गठबंधन है उसको भारी बढ़त बाकियों से बनाई हुई और आगे भी बनी रहेगी।
अनुराग जी लगातार 5वीं जीत की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं तो जिम्मेदारी और बढ़ गई आपकी।
मैं जनता का आभारी हूं जिन्होंने 5वीं बार हमीरपुर संसदीय क्षेत्र से अब तक भारी बढ़त दिलाई है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने, आदरणीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी ने, आदरणीय गृह मंत्री अमित भाई ने, सभी पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेताओं ने बहुत विश्वास हर बार व्यक्त किया और मुझे पूर्ण आशा है कि उनकी उम्मीदों पर हम लोग खरा उतरे भी हैं। रिजल्ट हिमाचल प्रदेश का और हमीरपुर संसदीय क्षेत्र का भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष में है और देश में भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी एनडीए की सरकार बनेगी।
All right.
That was Anurag Tiwari there.
Anurag Thakur.
Yes. There, sending out his message. Mr. Nagendra Mohan.
He's
Krishna,
leading from Hamirpur quite comfortably. But interesting, just sorry to interrupt you there, but Kangana is also leading from Mandi. She's been leading, I think, from the very beginning. Vikram Aditya of the Congress trailing, and Anand Sharma is also trailing. So I think it's advantage to the BJP as far as Haryana, as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned.
That's right. Important points that you're making there, Rishika. Mr. Krishna, going back to the question that I asked you, what's your bigger worry? The number of the BJP on the screen right now is 238. NDA is at 293, well past 272, but BJP at 238. Which is your bigger worry?
Veerraghav, I am smiling. We are coming back to the power for the third term. What more you require? People across the country, they have faith in BJP more than the Indi alliance, what they have made. They have given guarantees to the people. People might have voted for the guarantees. After this election, see, let me tell you one thing. जब दीप बुझते हैं ना, उसका पहले बहुत ज्वाला आते हैं. ऐसे ही इंडी का ज्वाला आ रहा है, ये ज्वाला बुझ जाएगा. ये ज्वाला बुझ जाएगा. In Karnataka, we have showed it. They gave the guarantees.
So
they made all kind of, they utilized the machineries.
He's making a very important point. Mr. Krishna, so the point you're making is something very important. You are saying at the end of the day, it will be an NDA government led by Prime Minister Modi.
Absolutely. There is no doubt. People have voted for Mr. Modi and BJP. And as Nirja was saying, I oppose her statement very much. Dalits are with BJP. If you see Uttar Pradesh election results also, after 3:30, 4 o'clock, you will come to know exactly. We will be crossing the maximum numbers than the India alliance. I'm very confident. I've spoken to the people there also. And coming back to Maharashtra, yes, it was a new phenomena, and still lot many rounds of counting has to take place in Maharashtra also. And we were talking about Bihar. See, across the country, and let me make a very simple and great point today. All the parties were talking. This is a North Indian party, and South India we have not dented. Today we are leading in Kerala, we are leading in Telangana, we are forming a government forming a government in Andhra Pradesh, and we are leading in Andhra Pradesh, in Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu also we are opening account. What more you require?
What about West Bengal? The Prime Minister, in one of his last interviews to news agency ANI, said West Bengal is going to be the biggest success story of the BJP. There was a bitter war after the exit polls, with the TMC calling for poll strategists and pollsters to apologize, saying that it's wrong. But it does appear at this moment that it's a TMC sweep in West Bengal. Do you look at that as a setback?
Look, in certain pockets, our leadership has got great confidence. You cannot deny the confidence, but still we have fought. We have made the vacuum of the CPM, and BJP has come to the second place there. And we are confident there also. The kind of atrocities done by the TMC, people have realized today. They might have voted now, and they will realize tomorrow And you can see BJP blooming in West Bengal also. Why you are not talking about Odisha then? Odisha, we are blooming very well in East. We are blooming very well in East.
Okay, Odisha is an important state. Odisha is important state, both assembly as well as parliament. It's an extremely important state, significant for
absolutely.
the BJP. Thanks very much, sir. We will perhaps connect with you again at 4 o'clock to find out what the final numbers, when the final numbers are, and how it plays out.
I'll be very happy, Veer Raghav. And Uttar Pradesh, we are going to do well.
Okay,
and the final tally,
it
you
seems
can
very
see
difficult now.
that we will be crossing and we will be smiling too well.
All right. We'll see at 4 o'clock, sir. But for the moment, let's go across to a man who's already started smiling there, Rishika, in Andhra Pradesh, in Vijayawada. It's all yellow there. Telugu Desam Party, Chandrababu Naidu has proven that patience pays. He waited, perseverance, and he seems to have swept that state. My colleague Aishwarya joins us from outside the TDP office in Vijayawada. What's the mood there?
Well, once we saw yellow at the stadiums where Chennai Super Kings used to win. Now today what we are witnessing, all yellow out here at Vijayawada at the TDP headquarters. Just behind me, these happy supporters of the TDP, because it's just one way which has gone in Andhra Pradesh, whether it is the assembly polls or whether it is the Lok Sabha polls. YSR CP had been defeated over here. The celebrations had begun early this morning. Chandrababu Naidu is a man who is on everyone's lips. Certainly it is the alliance that had worked here as far as the NDA is concerned, and happy faces. Joining with me are some supporters out here. This is a landslide victory, and that's what you were expecting out here?
We were looking at a great victory, that what the mandate has given from the AP people. We are very thankful to the AP people that who is going to support the senior most leader and who is going to the build of the AP capital and who is going to build. It's not 175. It's 75 years old man who is going to build AP, reconstructing AP now, and he is going to direct the India. It is to be going to future of India. AP is going to future of India.
So people victory. It's all people victory, and it's Chandrababu Naidu victory.
We want to say something. It was welfare versus the development story in Andhra Pradesh. There were several schemes that were projected by Mr. Reddy. That didn't, folded as far as the Andhra Pradesh.
See, it's obvious. Always welfare schemes will not work right. There should be a certain level of development. If you see in the nation, we don't have any capital. But right now, I'm saying it very proud. Remember the name, Amaravati. It will be the great capital in India. It will be a very great capital in the world too. We will build it. We are software employees. We kept leave today to come to this office to celebrate our win. For the last 5 years, we are waiting very eagerly. See my eyes. We are not sleeping for many days for this victory, and we want today. We will make our AP very beautifully in the country and the world also.
Very happy supporters out here at the TDP headquarters. This alliance also worked. The Jan Sena, Bharatiya Janata Party, Pawan Kalyan and Chandrababu Naidu made it for sure that this alliance should happen. Do you think that this alliance?
Yes, sir. Especially we should thank Pawan Kalyan garu, honestly, because he is the one person who took initiative step for the alliance itself.
Yes.
And one thing, sir, Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu is going to be the CM of Andhra Pradesh. And
very happy supporters, and what we are getting to also know is that 9th of June is the date when Chandrababu Naidu will be taking as an oath for the Chief Minister, and this will be the 4th time that he is going to be the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh.
No, I was just going to tell you that Chandrababu Naidu was a man who waited outside the Congress. He tried to make an alliance with the Congress and supported the Congress during the Telangana Assembly elections. He was made to wait outside the BJP. And after 25 years, as my friend Shugata Srinivasa Raju pointed out, is this going to be, what's the sense, Aishwarya, that you're picking up from the TDP leaders there? Are they preparing not just for a role in Andhra Pradesh, but one nationally as well?
Well, certainly the supporters out here are very enthusiastic as far as the leaders are concerned. We spoke to them who were coming early in the morning at Chandrababu Naidu's residence. They were saying that it is not going to stop just in Andhra Pradesh, but they will be going to expand it, and therefore the reason perhaps the alliance of Bharatiya Janata Party and Jan Sena came together as they were looking for a larger picture working under the leadership of Prime Minister. Remember, it was such words that were used by Chandrababu Naidu against Jagan Reddy as dictatorship and all. But on the other side, it is Chandrababu Naidu who also spoke that it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi who is working for the development of this country, and it is the need of an hour that Andhra Pradesh also needs similar kind of development as far as the entire country is witnessing, and therefore the reason perhaps this alliance got possible. We are getting to also know at this moment is that Chandrababu Naidu will arrive at the TDP headquarters and will address the Karyakartas. What's the plan from here on is something that Chandrababu Naidu will reveal when he will be addressing the supporters and the workers there at the TDP office. Also, Pawan Kalyan and the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders will be meeting Chandrababu Naidu this evening as well.
All right, the TDP was reduced to 3 seats in the last election, just for context, and they are currently leading in over 16. Amitabh Tiwari, if I can come to you for just a moment, how do you look at Andhra Pradesh? It's absolutely fascinating. It's almost flipped. The vote share difference last time around between the TDP and the YSRCP was over 10%.
See, Andhra is a swing state. If you see, if you just replace the 2024 number with 2019, it was exactly the same result in favor of the YSRCP. But as Veera was mentioning, you see, if you remove the 21 seats which the BJP or NDA is getting in Andhra, the number falls to below simple majority. So the alliance in Andhra Pradesh becomes the key, and now 2 leaders. Nitish Kumar was in India, hopped on to NDA, 14 seats. TDP knocked on the doors of Congress also for an alliance, 30 seats. 30 seats, if you flip, India becomes higher than NDA. I think these 2 kingmakers.
Okay. I think Amitabh, Rishika, more than Andhra Pradesh, before we get to our...
Amitabh is trying to give a hint. What could happen and what should happen.
I think this is the story of the TDP, Aishwarya, is way beyond Andhra Pradesh. Yes. Given the numbers on the screens, and if these numbers hold out, Chandrababu Naidu, the man you will possibly get for an interview by the end of the day, Aishwarya, could be an extremely, extremely important political person, as Sugata Srinivasa Raju points out,
I think we leave it
after
at
25 years.
Yes, we leave it at that. Aishwarya, if we can just come back to you very quickly. The discussion here, of course, is all about what Chandrababu Naidu is going to do. He's, of course, in an alliance with the BJP and the Jan Sena, but, he's no doubt, Veera, emerged as the kingmaker. Aishwarya.
Aishwarya will have to give us all the breaking news at the end of the day.
Yes.
Sugata, you pointed out, you said 1999, last time Chandrababu Naidu was...
1996. It started with 1996 when Deve Gowda became Prime Minister. Then again 1998, he was responsible for the removal of Deve Gowda and bringing in I.K. Gujral. Of course, that was quite historic. And that was an era of coalitions. 90s were the era of coalitions. And we may not actually see the resurgence of regional parties like we saw then, where the regional party goes on to head a coalition. It will be a major party-led kind of a thing. And it was always, the regional parties were the ones which gave a tucker to either the Congress or the BJP. So that's
and TDP and Chandrababu Naidu in particular, this whole period of coalition of the United Front government and followed by the NDA government headed by Vajpayee, he was very, he had a lead role in decisions. Who will become the President of India? Who will become the Vice President of India? It was he who was navigating all that terrain. He's back after a quarter of a century. It shows you can never write off any politician in India.
Patience space.
Okay, I'm told we've got that line back with Aishwarya. So, Aishwarya, we're coming right back to you because you are where all the action is. The TDP currently leading in 16, YSRCP reduced to just 4 and the BJP.
I think, Rishika, the Andhra numbers don't matter from a national point of view. What's Chandrababu Naidu telling you? When are you going to meet him, Aishwarya?
Where is he right now and what's happening?
Well, Chandrababu Naidu is at his residence. He will be stepping out soon from his residence to come over here to greet the Karyakartas who have in attendance in large numbers. Let me show you these visuals of the TDP headquarters because the numbers speaks in itself. It is 16 for TDP, Jan Sena at 2, Bharatiya Janata Party at 3 and YCP reduced to 4. That's the number that speaks in itself. But a huge, it's a victory for the TDP. And remember those time where Chandrababu Naidu used to come to Delhi, sits at the Andhra Bhavan, protests there because that's the time when he quit the NDA, when he was demanding the special status for the state of Andhra Pradesh. But later again, this is an alliance that had made it possible as a landslide victory, something that we are witnessing in Andhra Pradesh as far as the NDA alliance. A huge number, half already gone. The TDP as far as the assembly segment is concerned, Lok Sabha 16 in itself is a huge number in Andhra Pradesh. But there you can see outside the TDP headquarters and supporters, Jan Sena already had.
Okay.
Aishwarya's line seems to be freezing up, but hopefully the line between Vijayawada and Delhi will not freeze up there, Rishika. I think that's an extremely important line in the coming 5 years.
Well, we're joined by Anuradha Podwal. She's a singer and a Padma Shri awardee. She's joining us. Thank you very much for being with us. We also have RP Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. We're going to slip into a very short break at this moment and we'll come right back to you to get your sense of what you're looking at this moment.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
The India bloc is back in coalition. It has defied the poll predictions. The NDA so far continues below the 300 mark. India bloc maintains a steady gap. All right, there is a huddle in the national capital, a crucial meeting that is taking place. And while, of course, we are still looking at leads, the first results are in. The CPM has won the Alathur seat in Kerala. It is the return of the regional parties. Leads show a rise of regional parties, whether it's the TDP, the SP, the TMC or the Uddhav Sena. They've all bettered their performance. Does it indicate that local issues have indeed dominated the election? It's a stunner of a result, or rather stunner of trends as far as Uttar Pradesh is concerned. It's a resurgence of the Samajwadi Party, and BJP's Smriti Irani trails. All eyes will be on the final verdict in Amethi.
पता नहीं क्रिकेट का फ्यूचर कैसा होगा, पर सीलिंग फैंस का फ्यूचर पता है, because it's already here. Orient AeroSense with voice command. Alexa, switch on the fan. Orient BLDC fan, the future of fans.
चल, हो जा शुरू.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल, बोलो जुबां केसरी.
पता नहीं क्रिकेट का फ्यूचर कैसा होगा, पर सीलिंग फैंस का फ्यूचर पता है, because it's already here. Orient AeroSlim with reverse rotation mode, जो improve करे air circulation. Orient BLDC fan, the future of fans.
A parent's favorite question to school kids. Result क्या रहा?
An investor's favorite question to a startup. Result kya raha? Everyone's favorite question on a day of a cricket match. Result kya raha? India loves results. But this counting day, don't just know the result. Understand it. Catch India's most important result out on June 4th on NDTV 24/7. Watch Result Kya Raha on NDTV.
पता नहीं क्रिकेट का फ्यूचर कैसा होगा, पर सीलिंग फैंस का फ्यूचर पता है, because it's already here. Orient AeroSense with voice command. Alexa, switch on the fan. Orient BLDC fan, the future of fans.
चल हो जा शुरू.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी.
पता नहीं क्रिकेट का फ्यूचर कैसा होगा, पर सीलिंग फैंस का फ्यूचर पता है, because it's already here. Orient AeroSlim with reverse rotation mode, जो improve करे air circulation. Orient BLDC fan, the future of fans.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you. Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
Welcome back. Let's go right across to Saurabh Gupta joining us live from outside Mamata Banerjee's residence. We also have Radhika Ramaswamy joining us from Mumbai. Saurabh, to you first. The TMC at the moment is leading in 31 seats, the BJP in 10 and the Congress in 1. Mamata Banerjee had said that she will ask pollsters to apologize if the exit polls are wrong. Is she going to make that happen? What are you picking up? What's happening outside her house?
Well, the Trinamool is definitely in the mood to do so, because as you can see right now, celebrations have broken out, and this is of course what Mamata Banerjee is known for, the iconic Hawai Chappal, something that Trinamool workers always support with. So celebrations outside. Now if I can quickly go through 4 points that the Trinamool of course is working on, and why they see this as a victory, and those 4 points are very important. One of course is the Lokhir Bandar, women voters always with Mamata Banerjee. Secondly, there is of course this issue of the fact that central funds were withheld. That's something that the Trinamool built into its election narrative. That seems to have worked, with the Trinamool having paid out some of those dues from state funds. Thirdly, there is also the other thing there is the whole. There is also the other thing about. There is also this whole thing of Trinamool. So a lot of celebration here is of course. Jai Bangla. Hey.
Saurabh,
Okay.
All right, we'll try and go back to Saurabh in a bit. Radhika Ramaswamy also joins us from Mumbai. The other big story, one is West Bengal. The other big story is largely Maharashtra and Mumbai specifically there, Radhika.
Certainly, Mumbai specifically, 6 constituencies in Mumbai and very neck-to-neck fight as far as at least about 3 to 4 constituencies in Mumbai are concerned. Of course, Piyush Goyal is leading as far as Mumbai North goes, and then there is Ujjwal Nikam versus Varsha Gaikwad in Mumbai North Central, which is again going neck-to-neck. It was Varsha Gaikwad leading and now Ujjwal Nikam leading. And as far as certain Sena versus Sena seats in Mumbai are concerned, again, very, very tight contest between, Uddhav Sena as well as Shinde Sena, especially in Mumbai Northwest, Mumbai South Central as well, and in Mumbai Northeast, there's UBT Sena, Sanjay Dina Patil leading, but things are changing every 5 minutes. You know, we're talking about close to 20-24 seats for each, for both MV as well as Mahayuti across Maharashtra. Earlier it was 24, 23, then it became 25, 24 and so on. So it is changing every 5 minutes, very tight, very different from what it was in 2019, simply because of the change in political equations, because of the split in Sena and NCP. And every time we were covering elections over in the last 5 phases, this is something that we asked the voters as to whether they're confused when it comes to casting their vote, and the Sena split, NCP split was playing in their minds. There was a sense of betrayal that even people could see through. So therefore, sympathy factor in a way working for the traditional NCP Sena, the original Sena NCP as one could call it, which is why it is beneficial for MVA. We know for a fact that in the last elections, in 2019, UPA did not win as many seats, which of course included just Congress, NCP. Now, of course, there are 6 parties that we are talking about. So MVA now, fighting really hard. All the splits perhaps working in their favor. And as far as Mahayuti is concerned, it is the BJP that has taken up the chunk of the seats, and therefore they are in fact the big brother that is sort of keeping Mahayuti afloat, with at least about 16 seats having been won, or rather in 16 seats they are leading. BJP is leading in Maharashtra. Nothing being won by NCP Ajit Pawar as yet. There is perhaps 1 seat in which he is leading, but certainly this is benefit MVA this time around, and not so much as far as NDA is concerned. But we'll again have to wait for a couple of more hours before we can call this election.
Right, we'll go across to the other corner of the country, Rishika, to the east.
Yes, and Saurabh, of course, is with us. But before we go to Saurabh, I just wanted to say Supriya Sule has been leading now. As far as Baramati is concerned, it was one of the most keenly watched seats. But Arvind Sawant is from Mumbai South. He's leading. It was
That's right. The largest story is that and we've been mentioning that all along, that the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena and the Sharad Pawar NCP seems to have held on to its own.
Is also leading, yes.
Let's go across to Saurabh as well. Saurabh, you are possibly in another sweep state, and Mamata Banerjee should be very, very happy today.
Absolutely, Trinamool supporters very happy. Joy Bangla slogans all over. Trinamool supporters celebrating outside Mamata Banerjee's home. Now, if I am to tell you the whole reason and what the reasons that the Trinamool is giving us for its victory. One is, of course, Lokhir Bhandar. That scheme is something that's worked. Secondly, the central funds being withheld and the Trinamool paying out dues from state funds. Thirdly, what the Trinamool says, and something that they seized upon, is the Prime Minister's comment on fish, something that Bengalis associate with. And the fourth, of course, is also the fact that several High Court orders that were delivered was aptly played out by Mamata Banerjee, and these were interpreted as the BJP was behind these orders, and therefore that seems to have also resulted in this sweep. 31 seats is now what the Trinamool is leading in. Bengal has 42 seats. The BJP, of course, will be very, very unhappy with that performance, but celebrations. Joy Bangla and Abki Bar Mamta Sarkar, to borrow from a BJP slogan. This is, of course,
as well. You should have some green on your face as well, Saurabh, but I think you will have some green.
I doubt Saurabh can hear us, Veera, given the kind of noise that there is there behind him. But thanks very much, Saurabh, for joining us with that update. All TMC bigwigs leading, Shaugata Roy leading, Mahua Moitra, Yusuf Pathan leading against Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary at the moment. That's interesting. Abhishek Banerjee is also leading, so very interesting.
Yusuf Pathan is slogging the slogovers there.
Kirti Azad is also leading, by the way.
That's right. All cricketers doing very well in West Bengal. Let's go across to Anuradha Podwal. Ma'am, is there a song to define the moment that we are in? If you can give us one.
You really think after listening to all this since morning, I would be inspired to sing a song? Please spare me today.
No, but you should still try. Is there a song for this?
Not really. Not really. Can't think of anything.
Okay, but how are you looking at the numbers that you're seeing, ma'am?
Well, I think the nation is taking an active interest more than all these past years. Everybody is wanting to play a part in the role of the elections.
Right.
All right. Well, democracy is thriving. I think that's all we can say
It's a
at
fascinating
the moment.
contest.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's just, we're going to take a very short break right now, but the numbers there on your screen, NDA at 290, BJP at 236 in terms of leads. As these firm up,
yes,
it could tell
also
a fascinating
crucially,
story of
BJP
India.
Currently below 240, and that's been the number for a while as well. And the Congress had in fact crossed 100 Veera at one point, but now
it'll be those two numbers that will be very important.
Very important.
We'll keep the conversation going here on NDTV, but for the moment we'll slip into a very short break.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
पता नहीं क्रिकेट का फ्यूचर कैसा होगा, पर सीलिंग फैंस का फ्यूचर पता है, because it's already here. Orient AeroSense with voice command. Alexa, switch on the fan. Orient BLDC fan, the future of fans.
A parent's favorite question to school kids. Result kya raha? An investor's favorite question to a startup. Result kya raha? Everyone's favorite question on a day of a cricket match. Result kya raha? India loves results, but this counting day, don't just know the result, understand it. Catch India's most important result out on June 4th on NDTV 24/7. Watch Result Kya Raha on NDTV.
चल, हो जा शुरू.
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो, पतवारा हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो, पतवारा हुआ रे.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार. विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी.
A parent's favorite question to school kids. Result kya raha? An investor's favorite question to a startup. Result kya raha? Everyone's favorite question on a day of a cricket match. Result kya raha? India loves results, but this counting day, don't just know the result, understand it. Catch India's most important result out on June 4th on NDTV 24/7. Watch Result Kya Raha on NDTV.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you. Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live.
A parent's favorite question to school kids. Result kya raha?
The day is still developing, Tanima, very much. At present, as we look at 1 p.m., NDA stands at 290 with the BJP at 237. That's the number on your television screens. The Congress up 45, standing at 97. But Tanima, a good 125 seats have a margin of less than 10,000 votes.
That's right. The counting is not over yet, of course, but clearly surprises in store, especially in certain battleground states, Maria, that we have seen when it comes to Uttar Pradesh or even West Bengal for that matter, clearly defying the predictions which have been made by the pollsters just a couple of days back. We'll get our ground reports also, of course, with our reporters spread out across the country. But first up, let's take a look at the headlines.
NDA gets majority, BJP falls short. India bloc defies poll predictions. Samajwadi Party set for best ever performance. India bloc leading in Uttar Pradesh. The Trinamool Congress, the TDP, the Uddhav Sena have performed, including the Samajwadi Party, which means all the regional players have held on to the ground and have done better. In fact, the TMC is also maintaining a significant lead over the BJP in West Bengal.
And the TDP Plus Alliance leading in Andhra Pradesh Assembly elections. TDP stalls the juggernaut Chandrababu Naidu to take oath as Chief Minister on June 9th. And the market slide over 7% on the back of counting trends so far. Experts say that the Dalal Street is facing selling pressure as NDA underperforms.
And we are going straight to Karnataka because overall, the BJP hasn't really done well in Karnataka. Is that a surprise? Because it was a battle of welfarism, Tanima, which played out clearly. The welfarism of Siddaramaiah versus centre's welfarism, defying also what has been so far the trend in Karnataka of voting differently in the states, but voting for Prime Minister Modi and the BJP at the centre. Let me bring in Pratibha, who's joining us live. Pratibha, where exactly are you and what is the mood on the ground?
Well, I'm right outside Mr. Yediyurappa's residence. In fact, it was his son Vijendra who was spearheading the BJP campaign here in Karnataka. Remember, the BJP had won at least around 25 of the 28 seats in 2019, and it was a sort of a prestige battle for the BJP as far as this election was concerned. Yes, like you clearly pointed out, it was a Modi guarantees versus the Siddaramaiah guarantees, and seems like Siddaramaiah guarantees have really worked in favour of the Congress, at least to the extent of being in the lead of at least 10 seats so far as the counting right now goes. And the BJP right now, in fact, the atmosphere here doesn't really seem to be as jubilant as expected as far as the BJP's performance in Karnataka is concerned. Both Yediyurappa as well as Vijendra have refused to speak to the media as yet, and they said that they would wait for the trends to go further in terms of the counting today, and only then they would be reacting to the media. Definitely a setback for the BJP in Karnataka as well as for the nation in terms of their performance. But yes, the NDA has definitely spearheaded in terms of crossing the majority there. But in terms of what Karnataka is facing right now, the mood isn't that great in the BJP camp. But yes, the Congress, we are yet to pick up reactions from the Congress headquarters there. But not so great for the BJP here as far as 2024 election goes. Back to you.
Yes, so let's try and bring in the analysts who are joining us here. Shogato, how are you looking at these numbers? I mean, how much of a surprise is Karnataka for you?
No, Karnataka is not exactly a surprise because Karnataka, the internal assessments of all the parties was 18 for NDA, 18 to 20, and then 8 to 10 to the Congress. So that is more or less where, I think the BJP has held on. If they had probably, done well with ticket distribution and, handling dissidents in North Karnataka especially, I think they would have done a little better. But in the case of the Congress, one expected it to be the other way around. The Congress should have got about 20 and the BJP and NDA should have got about 8. So that was what was expected, because the guarantees became a byword for the national, manifestos, and it became a very big thing across India. So there is I think from the level that they were last time.
Will you then say that it was a battle of welfarism which played out there?
No, welfarism, yes, but welfarism had its own issues, because the classic welfare idea of, giving money to agriculture, irrigation, education, all of that was cut. So there was a lot of pressure from the MLAs themselves. There was no funds to sort of even asphalt roads. So that problem existed. So if the Congress had sort of balanced that, perhaps they would have crossed 15 or 16. So traditionally the BJP has done well from about, say from 2008 on or 1999 on, their vote share has considerably improved there. But if the Congress had probably balanced that welfare idea and not created a welfare utopia, probably they would have done better.
Right. We'll of course continue with the Karnataka, discussing further on the Karnataka fallout. But for the moment, I'm also joined by my colleague Vedant, who is joining us from the national capital. Vedant, you were reporting from the BJP office. Though BJP is doing definitely well in the national capital, but what's the mood like this afternoon? I mean, it was comparatively jubilant earlier in the day. What's it like now?
You're absolutely right, Tanima. In fact, earlier in the day, we saw some dhols here as well, Karyakartas coming to the party headquarters. But the mood really not very upbeat right now. In fact, if I can ask my camera person to follow me, I'd also show you how, Karyakartas from across the country, in fact, have gathered here watching, the results play out very anxiously. This is the mood here inside the BJP headquarters, where Karyakartas, as I said, from different states have gathered watching, the results on the big screen. Some sort of anxiety still there, though of course there was some slogan hearing as well, with Karyakartas sort of upbeat about the fact that at least the Prime Minister is poised to return to power, and the NDA is set to form the government. But as we show you these visuals, let me also point out that when we spoke to Karyakartas here, particularly from the south, Maria and Tanima, there was certainly some sort of disillusionment with the central leadership. That's what we picked up from Karyakartas from the south. They said that feedback from the ground was not taken seriously, and that is perhaps one of the reasons why why the results have turned out the way they have. So that disillusionment certainly there, particularly among Karyakartas from say Karnataka and even Tamil Nadu, and they said that they have of course sought time with BL Santosh as well. So all of that playing out here. Of course, the Prime Minister was expected here at about 6:37. Something that of course is a usual practice when it comes to elections with the BJP, the big screen put out here. But certainly right now the mood not as jubilant as it was in the morning.
Great degree of caution there, which we are seeing at the BJP headquarters, because certainly these are unexpected results for the party. If we were to make that comparison from 2014 onwards, Tanima, in 2014, the BJP had won alone 282. It had gone up to 303 on its own. And with NDA, it had touched 350. So it's not really a number that they would be too happy or too pleased to look at. Aishwarya is joining us. Aishwarya, you are where all the celebrations are happening. And we are told that Chandrababu Naidu will be taking oath, likely to take oath on 9th in Amravati. So in many ways, he is declaring the capital of Andhra Pradesh also. One of the talking points in these elections.
Well, certainly there is extreme humidity out in Vijayawada, but this heat and this humidity is not letting the supporters and the Karyakartas of the TDP let down. They're celebrating in huge numbers. They have arrived over here as my camera person is showing you these visuals of firecrackers being busting out just right outside the TDP headquarters, where we've been told that Chandrababu Naidu will arrive very soon, and he will be addressing the Karyakartas of just not the TDP but the Jan Sena and the Bharatiya Party as well. It is, of course, as the sources clearly stating that Chandrababu Naidu will be taking oath of the Chief Minister on 9th, and this would be in Amravati. That's every Karyakarta, in fact, is also speaking out here in Vijayawada, and that's the debate that has been put forward. They stated that YSR Jagan really clearly not been speaking about it. The demand was about Amravati. The development was the major issue that the people of Andhra Pradesh was facing. It was member welfare versus development that the politics pan around in the entire elections when it came to the elections. But it is a complete sweep as far as the NDA alliance is concerned, be it the assembly polls or be it the Lok Sabha polls. Remember, 16 seats are currently where TDP is carrying lead. 3 seats to the Bharatiya Janata Party, 4 to the.
But let me also introduce Ms. Deepshikha Kumar, founder of Speakin, who is joining us on the broadcast. Your first reactions actually on this result that we are seeing at the moment, ma'am. At the moment, of course, as we know that we've been reporting that NDA is inching closer to the 300 mark, but the opposition has maintained a very close, steady gap through the day so far. The counting is still underway, but what's your analysis at the moment, looking at the numbers as of now?
I think the biggest winner has perhaps been, like, we've been talking about the welfare, the economics of welfare and the whole welfarism per se. I think this election is a beautiful testament to the entire prophecy of differentiating between an influencer and an actual leader. There have been a lot of influencers in this entire campaign. I mean, very, very strong leaders who have come out, larger than life figures, and across the board. I mean, both of course, from Prime Minister Modi to the local level leaders as well. But I think what ultimately has won is the connect to the lowest level. And maybe people like us who are sitting on English channels and watching what the news is saying, from Financial Times globally to the Times of India locally, we are perhaps a little further away from what is actually happening on the ground. Maybe the actual work, the actual delivery of whether from an employment standpoint, from trading standpoint, from startup standpoint, from actual work standpoint, that probably has spoken.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, that would be a fair assessment to make, that this is a welfarism narrative that we saw playing out in India. We also have Shama Mohammed of the Congress, Krishna Hegde of the Shiva Sena, and Ghanshyam Tiwari of the Samajwadi Party. While we look at the numbers play out, there are, of course, that will be seen as challenges. How should we be looking at it? Shama, talking specifically, let's start with Kerala first. It's Congress all the way.
Yes, I mean, Congress party has always done very well in Kerala. But I must say today is about the exit polls. I mean, I said it yesterday on your channel, the exit polls were wrong. And I was very sure about it because I have visited states, I have people who visited states, and look at the biggest shock is UP. I mean, UP, I was told by the BJP they were expecting around 70 plus. And they've got a slap on their face. Exit polls gave us nothing in Karnataka much, Telangana, we were not getting much. So the exit polls are really wrong, and whoever's done these exit polls, one has to catch hold of them, because it was most of the exit polls. So I don't know how the exit polls can go this wrong. I told you 2004, and that's what has happened.
Yes.
Kerala, we are doing very well. I was just going through all the candidates. It's just one where we are trailing. That's about it. I mean, two seats basically. So right. Yes, that is a bit unfortunate, but otherwise Kerala we are doing. And if you look at it the India alliance way, Kerala we are doing well.
Okay. Deepshikha, coming back to you, because if we were to look at what is going to be the impact on markets, markets certainly not showing any signs of cheer. There is a lot of jitters which are visible. It's down 6%. What are the expectations of your institution?
I think it's still wait and watch. I mean, today is going to be a lot of, like you said, jitters. It's going to be up and down and up and down. But overall reaction will definitely be much more somber. I think a big correction, which everybody was looking at, has perhaps come. We'll wait at what the final tally could look like. It looks like they'll comfortably make the government. So in that sense, it should stabilize over a period of time. But in the near term, you're looking at a lot of volatility. I won't be investing today.
Right. Ma'am, one more question actually before we actually let you go. But, women voters have been termed as one of the X factors to look out for in these elections. In the exit polls, if we saw, a lot of pollsters actually said that they are voting largely for the BJP. Have we read the women voters wrongly? What do you think in terms of the exit polls?
I think exit polls, like Shoma was mentioning, has pretty much not going to be a point of conversation today. Everybody's got it wrong. Maybe there was a lot of confirmation bias going on. But as far as women are concerned, I think there are two parts to it. I mean, I'm myself a woman entrepreneur. I would look for, particularly from an entrepreneurship standpoint, I would look for a stable environment where I can grow my business. Is this a stable environment where I can grow my business? Is it an attractive environment? Has I gotten that attitude to run a business with confidence? Absolutely yes, and full credit to the government for that. Is the environment on the ground supporting me to run it like a business that I want to? No, there's still a lot left to get there. On the personal side, as women voters are concerned, across spectrums, I think number one is unemployment and the cost of living. These are the two things I don't think, as the results are saying, I don't think there has much been done on that front.
Okay, before I let you go, a quick word. Of course, we had put the spotlight on the women voters. There has been a lot of focus also on the youth of the country. On ground, we did hear the chatter around absence of jobs. Is that something that is going to be the talking point going ahead? A lot more?
It should be. We've been hiring over the past 3 months, and there are two big problems that the job market will see. Number one, the overall sentiment is in doldrums. People are not hiring, right from the larger organizations in the IT/ITES space. Companies are not hiring. You can hear it from the top institutions for the freshers, from IIT, where we have more than 200 people not placed yet, unheard of. Second, in terms of people who are now looking to move further in their career, they've been really spoiled in the past few years by the whole startup culture. The salaries have gone through the roof. Now these people, because of lack of jobs, are coming back into the market and they've become virtually unemployable. The third and the biggest thing that is happening is, again, going back to the attitude side. Some people have really absorbed that attitude, the India story, the digital revolution. I have access to this and that and this and that. The problem that is created is that there has been an absolute mismatch of aspirations versus available opportunities. That is creating so much dissatisfaction. The youth today thinks is blowing up the available opportunities and maybe looking at it through a mirrored glass. I think there's some rationalization needed there for the job market to get better. I don't see getting better in the next 6 to 9 months.
So basically rationalization at all possible levels, one would say, including the markets. Deepshika, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Let me go back to Nalin Kohli and also bring in Shama Mohammed. There are some celebrations that are happening outside BJP President JP Nadda's home. Reasons to celebrate or lots to introspect? Nalin Kohli?
Well, certainly reasons to celebrate that we are forming the government. I mean, the NDA, which is a pre-poll alliance, and may I remind everyone that the former President K.R. Narayanan is the one who set the precedent that a pre-poll alliance will be invited to form the government. That is the norm. There is only one pre-poll alliance in the country, and that is the BJP NDA. They have crossed the majority mark, which is evident, 290. What the final figure is, we will know by 3-4 o'clock.
Okay, so
if that is not cause for celebration, what would be? Only twice in the history of India, have you had a government coming back to power 3 times. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and under Prime Minister Modi.
No, but in
so
this
we have to thank
number,
the voters for that.
It's not, of course, I agree with you that this is, Prime Minister Modi returning for the third time, as you're saying. But if we look at these numbers, BJP at 237 actually means that the allies will have a greater say.
So certainly we will be looking at why we have not been able to cross the 272 mark ourselves. But then the BJP has always analyzed every result in victory and defeat and come out stronger after that. So that's not a cause of concern. The fact is, has the BJP NDA crossed the halfway mark? Yes, they have. Have the people felt confident enough to give it a third term? Yes, they have. And these numbers may moderately change a little bit in the next couple of hours because some seats are tightly contested. Like I was saying, Lahore Spiti, the Congress party has won by 1,700 votes. It is possible that the BJP may win a few seats with a lower margin, so we should hold our horses as to what the final figure is. But I have a question to ask of the Congress party. Will they apologize to the Election Commission and to the voters of India for raising unnecessary questions on the issue that democracy is in danger and the electronic voting machines are suspect? After all, it is under these electronic voting machines. The Congress party seems to be increasing its seats by almost about 30. So therefore, they owe an apology for raising this constant thing that democracy is in danger and then going globally and asking Kohli, what will Europe and America do about it.
We'll give Shama Mohammed a chance to respond to that. Yes, Mr. Kohli will give Shama Mohammed a chance to respond to that. But first, let's look at some live visuals coming in from both sides in the national capital. There's Congress also celebrating. These are the visuals on your screens there. On one side, you can see that the BJP is celebrating from their office in the national capital. The Congress also in celebratory mood in Delhi. So quite a story there in terms of the pictures if we look at it that way. But Shama Mohammed, would you like to respond to Nalin Kohli?
No, before I come to that, I just want to say when I heard Nalin Kohli speak, there's only one pre-poll alliance. I get the feeling that he's very worried about his alliance partner, whether they would leave the NDA or not, is what I got the feeling when Nalin was speaking right now.
It's incorrect.
Number two, I've always said
I have no
the
such
people
feeling.
of this.
So don't assess my feelings, Shama. Let's speak on the issue, my friend.
I didn't.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. There are no feelings in my mind to that. I must clarify to the viewers.
This is a rare sight when both of you are celebrating. Both the parties are celebrating.
All smiles on both
One
the
party
faces.
which is not forming the government, the other party which is forming the government, and still they are down. But obviously, it is not as per their expectations. But Shama, democracy. At least today, the opposition should say democracy is safe and it's up and kicking. We are robust.
See, let me be very clear. The people went out and voted rightly, but the Election Commission at the end of the day did a lot to help the present government, and I'm not going to go back on that. Model code of conduct was violated numerous times by the Prime Minister of India and many other BJP leaders, but no action was taken, and I'll continue to say that. I never spoke about EVM machines, so I don't know who spoke about that according to Nalin,
all the petitions
but
were
we have
in
always
court.
had that. Let me finish. Nalin, let me finish. Nalin, you're not.
Shama,
Let me finish. Nalin, you're not letting me finish. Let me finish. This issue about EVMs is what we said is all the democracies in the world, including America, Britain, and many European countries, nobody uses the EVM machines. So what we are saying is that like other democracies like in the world, let's go back to the ballot box. I even want to go back now to the ballot box.
Will you also accept that there should not be any fear regarding the functioning of Indian democracy or its institutions? The Election Commission did a fair job.
There is about the institutions. Let me finish, Maria. The institutions, for example, the exit polls. What was the exit polls? Who asked the exit pollsters to go with a certain thing? The present dispensation. They said we want it our way. They were pressurized to do whatever they had to do.
Yes, but
I remember once Safarajee came out and gave us better figures. He had to delete. He had to delete his tweet. He has to delete his tweet
to say that.
So we know.
Yeah, they're completely exaggerated. That's a fair assessment. Yes, Nalin, go ahead.
I think it is unfair for Shama to say that there was pressure on the media. Not one media channel has said so. It is as false as Mr. Jairam Ramesh's statement to make a wild allegation that the Home Minister called up 150 DMs or district magistrates to say you will help us win. I mean, these are wild allegations. Either you come up with some evidence. And
So
on the
breaking
EVMs,
news
if I may
coming in,
point
I'll
out
ask
that the court of the Honorable
the
Supreme
PCR
Court, 1 minute,
director
Shama, 1 minute,
to
Shama.
connect
Shama, now it's my chance to finish my point.
Yes.
The Supreme
It's not
Court,
Shama.
the Honorable
It's not
Supreme
Shama.
Court
I'm not
told
interrupting.
and reminded the Congress lawyers to say that, do you wish us to go back to the paper days, and we saw what mess used to be there? Today, when the EVMs are making all parties win whom the people want to elect, how can you say that democracy is in danger? Mr. Rahul Gandhi is saying that democracy is in danger, going and internationalizing it in Europe, in America. I mean, certainly raises some serious questions about him. I think he either owes an apology or says, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Democracy is
Today will be a day in which we'll be looking at ahead.
Can I reply? I need to reply to this. I have to reply
Shama,
to this.
you are getting chance to reply. And we'll be very pleasant with each other.
I'm not going to... I'm just saying, I'm not going to go back. Democracy is in danger, was in danger under Mr. Modi, and there is no change about it. He tried all his ways, even how to select an election commission. A bill was gotten to change the way, remove the Chief Justice, put a cabinet minister.
Okay, Shama, let's look at this 232
and
numbers
in
of India.
2017, Naren, let me finish.
No,
let
Shama,
me finish.
we'll be looking at these numbers because
please,
we have experts in the studio, and I'll bring in Mr. Shama.
I want to finish my
Let's
point.
move away
You
from the
gave
politicians a bit now,
Let me finish
please.
my point.
Because there is a piece of breaking news that is coming in from Andhra Pradesh. Prime Minister Modi has spoken to Chandrababu Naidu. Remember, reports are coming in, and sources are indicating that Mr. Naidu is all set to take oath as the Chief Minister on 9th. In Amravati, Prime Minister Modi has spoken to the alliance partner in Chandrababu Naidu just few minutes back, and that's what sources are telling us. We'll try and connect with Uma Sudhir. This is an important call that has been made, Shagata, and timely call.
Yes, of course. You know, with the numbers looking the way they are looking, I think Prime Minister Modi or the BJP does not want any ally to sort of look distracted, look the other way, and I think they're just trying to keep their flock together. So it's extremely important call that has been made. And another point that earlier that it has not come out of the discussion earlier is that, see, would the numbers be better for the BJP had the RSS? There was this little chatter that was spread that the RSS has not really come out and worked. So now we'll have to see if that was really true.
Okay. We have Uma Sudhir joining us on the phone line. Uma, so the oath-taking ceremony will be, I can see you. Uma, so the oath is likely to happen on 9th in Amravati, and now the Prime Minister making that call is what sources are indicating.
Yes, indeed. Very, very critical and important developments that are happening in Andhra Pradesh, where, of course, it's been more than a tsunami that the NDA has managed, and the TDP more than able to form the government on its own. And yes, the vote-taking ceremony has been fixed for the 9th of June, and it will happen in Amravati, meaning to say that Amravati is going to be the capital of Andhra Pradesh. That's what Amit Shah as well as Chandrababu Naidu have already declared. And yes, the second very important...
Okay, we'll try and connect with Uma again. There seems to be some problem with that network. But Amitabh, looking at this number, it's a landslide for the TDP. The Jansena, surprisingly, has also done very well.
See, Andhra always, we've seen swinging from one election to another. If you just replace the year and just replace YSRCP with TDP, you would have almost got the similar results in 2019. They won 151 and TDP plus JNP is 151. Now, TDP plays a crucial role in government formation at the center. If you exclude the 21 seats which NDA has won in Andhra, then they are at 270, 70, 172. And TDP, for a long, long time, was actually knocking on the doors of BJP and Congress both. In fact, only after the 3-0 drubbing of Congress party in the Hindi heartland did TDP finalize to go ahead with BJP. And this seems to be a different